throughout this fall. Please welcome the strange magic and storytelling of Mr. Christian Cagigal.
Yes, my name is Christian Cagigal. Yes, I am from the San Francisco Bay Area. This is my third time playing the castle. This is my first time doing a full week here in the close-up room, so thank you so much for being among my first audiences. If you have ever seen one of my previous performances here before, this will be a little different. If you've seen other magic shows here before, this will be a little different. And if you've never seen a magic show here before, it'll be the greatest magic show of your life. Right. And a little different. I hope you enjoy. There once was a very fine gambler who had very many fine things. He had his fine cars and his fine suits, his fine jewels and his fine money clips, and his fine money to put in those money clips. Now he cheated at everything he played. Cards and dice, horses and wheels, reds and blacks, blondes and brunettes. So of course the man who could buy, win, or cheat for anything that he wanted was obviously a very happy man. Then one day he came upon a stranger who offered him a very interesting wager, played with 3 playing cards he had never played cards with before. The 3 of Swords, a very unhappy card. And because misery does love company, he comes with another 3 of Swords, a very unhappy card. And lastly, the Ace of Pentacles, a very happy card. Can't you see God's little hand reaching out, ready to give you your own little piece of happiness? The game is simple. Find the ace and I give you a little piece of my happiness. Don't find the ace and I take away a little piece of yours. Happiness, said the gambler. It's a bet. And with those words, the stranger made a funny motion to the bottom, just like that. And the gambler said, hey, I saw you move that ace to the bottom. But the stranger showed him there was no ace on the bottom. That'll be 1 piece of your happiness, please. Very funny, you still have it on top. That'll be 2 pieces of your happiness, please. Well, then you gotta have it in the middle. That'll be 3 pieces of your happiness, please. Wait. You don't even have an ace in your hands. But the stranger showed him he did have an ace on the bottom. He did have an ace on top. And he also had an ace in the middle. That'll be 6 pieces of your happiness, please. Wait. You have more than 3 cards in your hands. But the stranger showed him all he had were 1, 2, 3 cards in his hands. That'll be 7 pieces of your happiness, please. Pay up. All right. All or nothing. I pick one, you can't touch it. And if I win, I get to take all of your happiness. But if I lose, you get to take all of mine. It's a bet, said the stranger. And so the gambler picked up his last little piece of, happiness and placed it down upon 1 card. 1 card. 1 card? You. Where do you think it goes? Here? 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 The middle. Here. Right here. Totally sure.
No.
No.
Sure.
No. You want to change your mind?
No.
Good choice. It's the same one the gambler made. And he won. All of that stranger's happiness. You know, his friends say he never quite looked the same after that day. Some say he lost his mind. Others say he lost his soul. Too bad he never knew who he was playing with. And that's the kind of magic show this is.
Pretty cool.
Highlights in the history of religion. Told with 2 playing cards. Chapter 21. No one got that.
21 got it.
Thank you. The Inquisition. Always a fun topic. The Ace of Clubs shall represent the device, an effective, efficient mechanism of medieval torture. The King of Hearts shall represent the confused, befuddled member of the community, falsely accused of heresy. And I shall play the part of the Grand Inquisitor Torquemada. First, the device is prepared behind the victim's back, so as to increase the witless anxiety. The Inquisition begins. Do you confess to your crime of heresy? He says nothing. Because he's a card. Maybe this will loosen your tongue. Actually, his tongue's already been removed. So as the cries of anguish don't detract too much from the merriment of the moment. Now, typically, a victim is always placed inside of a device. But in this case, the device is placed inside the victim. Then rubbed up against the very spine. Now, on good days, one can get our victim to turn around. But on very good days, one can get our victim to turn inside. Ouch.
That was cool.
And ouch, side, Sometimes you can get them so confused, so deranged, they're left half facing one way and half facing the other. Now the device is made into 2 separate pieces. When divided, causes the victim to be ripped in half down the spine. Listen carefully. You can hear each bone break. The victim is now beside himself. But he's been left so twisted, so torn, that his head permanently faces one way, and his legs permanently face the other. And all of them is well beyond salvation. And this, my friends, is how they used to search for truth. In the Middle Ages. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that nice? Happy stories. Happy stories for the whole family. That's what I'm all about. So in case you guys haven't guessed, I was a strange child. I was also an only child. Much quieter response for that. Thank you very much. So I learned things like card games from my grandma, or my abuela. My abuelita taught me all my card games. She liked to play card games in a very special way, though. Okay, first of all, who here still plays card games with physical playing cards? What do you play?
Gin rummy.
Jim Rummy, and anybody over here? Speed and like nobody. Just you two are the only people who play card games. What's your name, Miss?
Lorraine.
Lorraine, would you kindly stand up? Join me on stage. Sit right here. Give Lorraine a fantastic round of applause. Lorraine, let me shake your hand. Thank you so much for being here. Lorraine, where are you from?
From Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. And what do you do?
I rent cars.
You rent them from people?
Yes,
You're like, I would like to rent your car for the day. No, you rent.
I rent cars.
Okay, gotcha. And do you have any hobbies?
Dance and babysit.
And babysitting. That is your hobby.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you just go to the park and find a baby? I'm going to sit on your child. It's my hobby. We have like a little sitting bee with like a whole hobby of friends. We sit on babies in the park. Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Yes, it's true. Who taught you your first card games when you were a kid?
Probably my grandma
Right.
too.
Right. So grandma, grandpa. Well, like I said, my grandma liked to play games in a very special way. She liked to play them with stories. This is one of these stories, okay? Let us say that the table right here is the world. And in my hands I hold all the little people of the world. Different people of different races and backgrounds and creeds and genders and identified genders. I don't judge. San Francisco. And they move about the world like this. Your turn, you do it. Yes, excellent. But a terrible illness has befallen this world that is taking the hearts, minds, and souls of a lot of people. This was my grandma's version of war. And for this game, you and I shall play the Hands of Fate. Now, would you like the red cards or the black cards?
Black.
Great. I will take the red ones, and I will go first. And of these two people, you must choose who shall live and who shall die. Pick one of these two people to die.
This one.
This one. General for the Red Army. He was just 6 months out from retirement. Your turn now, you now pick two people. I pick one. You're gonna go for both. Private for the Red Army. She had enlisted to pay for college. I pick two, you pick one. The chaplain. Nobody was there for him at his time of need. You pick two. I pick one. The little girl. Affectionately referred to as a civilian casual. I pick two, you pick one. Soldier for the Black Army, who fought because he knew he had God on his side. Out of obligation, you pick two. I pick one. Soldier for the Red Army, who fought because he knew he had God on his side. Oh, but look! Someone has won! One card is left and someone has won! Who could it be? Who could it be? Who has won our little game of war?
Oh.
No. Huh. It's amazing how time flies here at the Magic Castle. Once upon a time, there was a little shepherd boy who wasn't particularly strong or handsome, poor as a church mouse, but he was happy. He had his flowers and his flock, the sun in the sky, the wind through the trees, and kind friends and neighbors. He didn't know what it meant to be rich, for he had never met a rich man. Then one day, a magnificent carriage rode through his lonesome little valley. And from this carriage emerged, oh, so many beautiful people. And all of these beautiful people had beautiful clothing and spoke beautiful speech and proceeded to put out an opulent spread of food and had a picnic, sitting atop his lonesome little valley grass. From that moment on, his heart and mind were full of wants and wishes. Why can't I have a beautiful wife, in beautiful clothing, eating opulent food, sitting atop someone else's lonesome little valley grass? Why can't I have those things? He thought about this day and night. It made him miserable. Then one night, in a dream, a fairy appeared to him. And she said, "Oh, little shepherd boy, your heart and mind are buzzing, full of things you don't have. It's making you unhappy." Very well. Because you've been a good shepherd boy, I will grant you one wish. There are 4 things all men and women have wanted since the dawn of time: power, glory, fortune, and love. And because you must say a wish 3 times for it to come true, I will place 3 more secret desires on top of each wish. You may have any one of these 4 wishes, but only one. So choose wisely. What to choose? Shall I have fortune, so I can have anything I've ever wanted? Or glory, so friends and neighbors will praise my name far and wide? Or power, so my mere words can change the world? Or love, to have sway over the hearts of all? He didn't know what to pick. He looked up into the fairy's eyes, and she looked down at him with such kindness and tenderness that his heart nearly leapt out of his chest. And without thinking, he looked down, reached down, grabbed the heart, and said, "I wish for love." "Indeed, you're a wise little shepherd boy," said the fairy. "For you see, power and glory are fleeting. See how quickly they disappear? And fortune, that's just an illusion. Now isn't it? But look, little shepherd boy, you chose love, and love secretly contains absolutely everything. True power, true glory, and great fortune of the heart." And with those words, the fairy disappeared behind a silver cloud. And the little boy woke up smiling, because he knew he truly was happy. Thank you very much.